going on, everybody? Welcome to the Weird Couch. I am Bearded Deadpool. I am here with Stormtrooper and a ghost. And today, we're talking about politics. No, I'm just fucking kidding. We're not talking about politics. We dressed up for a reason, because it's Halloween, right?
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween
Today. It's Halloween in 5 days. And even though we're grown-ass dudes, I think we all can agree we fucking love Halloween. And I'm pretty sure you guys do too. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead, the latest episode. Of course, a lot of you guys have been, have seen it and know what's going on. If you have not, spoiler alert. And then we're going to talk about other stuff. I've got Coffee Mug Deadpool to help us out a little bit. Shut the fuck up, guys. So anyways, Joe, we've already established that Joe does not watch The Walking Dead. So right now, he's basically just a big, giant pile of shit.
It's unfortunate.
Because he doesn't watch The Walking Dead.
It's unfortunate.
He should watch. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. If you're not watching The Walking Dead, you should be. Anyways,
Agreed.
So Joe, we'll jump to you in a second. Kris.
Yes, sir.
Have you read the comics?
I generally skim them as we draw nearer to like that point in the storyline. So what I mean by that is like this recent one, right? I knew what we were leading up to for the most part, way early on last season. So then I started skimming through my good friend here, he has the graphic novelized version where it's all of the comics all put together in,
A compendium?
Yes, if that's what it's called. So anyhow, so I'll go over there and we'll sit there and we'll thumb through and we'll find where we're at and we'll read and we'll discuss and then we'll go ahead and kind of see where it goes, because it's always fun to see if the TV show stays true to the source material. Yes, but do I sit there and read them like devoutly issue by issue? No.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is I got into reading the comics just before the first season started, because the guy I worked with, he had the compendiums up to that point, and I read all the way through and to where it comes to Negan and like all this stuff plays out. Like this season is probably where I'm at in the comics. The last time I read it, and this is like, 3 or 4 years ago. And so, last season when it ended, everybody's like, oh my god, I wonder who's going to kill. And I'm like, does nobody know that this was a comic book and that you can find out generally what's going on if you look at the comics? Like, are you serious right now? So, I knew that Glenn was going to get his brain bashed in and the eyeball pop out and everything. But
I was saying that once they entered Alexandria, and Glenn picked up a baseball bat to defend himself with, I was screaming foreshadowing moment the moment that went down.
Yeah.
And that was way early on.
So anyways, on to other topics. Joe, you're a giant kid. We're all giant kids. And in our old age, we should not have the amount of sugar that we used to have when we were children, because of diabetes and health, concerns and all that stuff. But
and we get fat.
We're gonna get fat.
We don't get fat. I just get better. There's more of me to love.
More of you to love. We established that earlier, did we not? Because if I remember correctly, you told me a story that somebody special in your life made a carrot cake.
Cheesecake.
Ooh.
How much of that cheesecake did you have, sir?
See, I don't know what you're talking about. What cheesecake?
So, since he's too chicken shit to say it, he ate the whole fucking thing.
I did not eat the whole thing. There's still a piece left in there.
Did.
There's still a piece in there.
You ain't got to lie to kick it. Your woman already said you ate the whole cheesecake.
How you gonna dime me out?
Got him.
You just go put it all out there on YouTube for me, huh? Just everybody on YouTube just know I ate the whole cake, huh?
Sorry, but you did.
Whatever.
Yeah. So what are your guys' favorite Halloween candies / like traditions during this time of year?
All right. So candy, everyone hates them, but I love candy corn. I don't know what it is.
Ooh.
I love candy corn. Candy corn's great. It's delicious.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Other candies, anything chocolate, of course. And I don't know what other candies are there. I mean, all they do is make the same candy and just make it Halloween colored.
Yeah, they change the wrappers on it and shit.
Yeah, that's all they do. It's
What
like,
about
oh,
you,
look.
Kris?
So I dig dark chocolate. That's my thing. So they got the Milky Way with the dark chocolates, and then you might stumble upon, on occasion, have you ever had a dark chocolate Kit Kat?
No.
No, I haven't.
Oh my god. Amazing
I'm over
shit.
here like, Joe's dark chocolate. Woo!
I don't know. Am I dark chocolate? No, I think I'm more of a milk
You're my
chocolate.
chocolate bear, Joe.
Oh yeah,
You're my chocolate bear.
I'm a chocolate bear.
For me, I like Halloween candies, but I like it when people make like dessert dishes out of them. You know, like the ghoulish dishes. You know, where they like take gummy worms and like roll them in Oreos and make them like zombie fingers and you know, the Jello eyeballs.
Oh yeah, I
and
like
everything
those.
like that. Like that's what I like about Halloween
Not
is
me.
when it comes to food, not just the candy, but I mean, you know, I've seen people like do like a chicken dinner or whatever and make the chicken look like a zombie or make it look dead or some shit like that.
My imagination
I like the
is far too
creativity.
vivid for that.
I like the decorating.
My imagination
Halloween's
had me
actually
thinking,
my favorite daggum thing.
Kris is like, yep, nope, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds this week because I'm not eating anything you just fucking. It all looks like death.
Oh
Right.
damn.
But you like decorating, Joe?
Yeah, it's my favorite holiday because I like decorating and the scary shit, and I love scary movies. And it's
Oh,
beautiful.
perfect. Scary movies, guys.
Segway.
Yeah, segue. I'm not gonna lie, I can't just pick one. So let's go. Just name off your 3 top favorite scary movies.
Oh, shit.
Joe, go.
Oh, top 3 scary? The ones that make me like, So there's one part in The Exorcist.
The ones that make you.
Okay,
Yeah.
The Exorcist. This is one part in The Exorcist, and I didn't see The Exorcist till I was like 20 years old. No, 18. 18, matter of fact, 18 years old. One part in The Exorcist where the girl, when they did the whole remake and they put in the like extra scenes where she comes down the stairs backwards and upside down, freaks me out. Can't do it. I'm like, fuck you. Y'all tripping. I don't know what y'all on. So, yeah, that fucks me up every time, and I can't even watch it. And then you got The Exorcist. I think I like all the Exorcist shit. Besides the other scary movies, I mean, you can't. It's hard. Oh, The Babadook. The Babadook is a good one. And that
I don't think I've seen that one.
it's actually a really good one. It's on Netflix now. But it's like not your average scary type movie, like the normal scares and shit. But yeah, watch The Babadook. If you haven't seen it, 5 stars. Check it out.
Chris, what about you? What are your top?
All right, hang on, real quick. Can I do this? I need to do this.
Halloween.
There you go.
Getting me here. Getting me.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right.
So.
I'm not a huge scary movie fan actually. That's really kind of not my thing. And I have a story, and I'll share that instead. Okay, through the mask, that coffee's not the same. So I grew up with parents that really enjoyed the Child's Play films, and I was at the time, I don't know, 5, 4, very young, right? Very young. So I'm not a big fan of scary movies. That's never been my thing. Reason being, and I'll share a funny story instead of listing my movies. So my parents were big fans of the Child's Play films, and I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I don't know what year those movies came out, so I don't have like a reference to my age, but I was really young. And so they made me watch it, and I had nightmares inevitably, and they were aware that I had nightmares, right? They were aware because of course you wake up screaming. They're aware. Well, the local spot to go in mine and Ray's neighborhood is this place called The Graduate. And everybody who's everybody goes to The Graduate because that's where the parents can get drunk and they can have good food and we can jack them for all their quarters so we could play video games. And so they had that claw machine where you can get these stuffed animals, and my Dad decided it would be a good idea to go ahead and win himself a Chucky doll. So he won himself the Chucky doll. I don't know how much money he spent on it. I'm sure it was far too much. So anyhow, fast forward a little time goes on. I find myself watching this movie again. And so I go to bed that night, and inevitably, I have a nightmare. And in this nightmare, I wake up, I'm in my bedroom, and this is, in the nightmare, and I'm looking down the hall, and I hear some footsteps. I'm thinking my mom's coming down the hall, and anyway, long story short, I wake up in the middle of the night freaking out because of this video and because of this movie, and in the midst of my freak out, I turn beside me, and there's a fucking doll in my bed.
Oh, your dad.
Oh, he got you good. That is wrong on so many levels.
Yeah,
I like your dad.
I screamed like a girl. That's for certain.
So definitely for me, part of the tops are definitely Child's Play and Pet Cemetery, because I have a similar story, Kris, about the whole Child's Play movie. I was about 4 or 5, maybe 6, pushing 6, and it came on. I was probably 6. It came on TV, and it was at night, and my parents were watching it, and they're like, it's time for you to go to bed. And I argued and said, no, I'm old enough to watch this movie. And they were like, no, you're going to have nightmares. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, all right. And so I watched that movie.
Fucking are.
And
you're going to find out today.
Yeah.
You're going to learn today. I did. I had nightmares. But the funny thing is the solution to my nightmares was to go out and get me. They got me a Mickey Mouse doll, like one of those old school 80s dolls that had the tape player in the back and it was supposed to tell you stories.
Like Teddy Ruxpin.
The tape player didn't work. And thank you, Teddy Ruxpin.
Ruxpin.
Yeah, Ruxpin. And so I slept with that thing the first night, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and Mickey had found his way to the end of my bunk bed, and was sitting up, and I woke up, and I looked down at the bunk bed, and I was scared shitless. I was in a catatonic state. I was up for the rest of the night until the morning, staring at Mickey. That way he wouldn't move until my mom came in, and I said, I don't want Mickey anymore.
See, that's why I don't mess with porcelain dolls. I don't mess with porcelain dolls for that reason.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Creepy.
But, I mean, there's so many great, wonderful, scary movies out there, and I had the name of this movie, but do you guys remember Puppet Master?
Yes.
Man, Puppet Master.
Wait, I got one.
Scared the shit out of me.
Pumpkinhead.
What you got?
Pumpkinhead. I read
Yes, Pumpkinhead was super creepy. Hellraiser.
That's my next one. I was about to say Hellraiser. And they made like 5 of those, I swear.
Hellraiser to me was like the worst horror flick ever because of how demonic it was. Like it was super, super fucked up. But that brings me into lately. So Paranormal Activity, the first one, right? Because I don't jump at scary movies. I jump inside, but physically I have like no reaction. And Paranormal Activity at the very end, when the freaking ghost lady fucking jumps out at the door.
Yeah.
That actually made me physically jump, and I'd seen it with my girlfriend at the time, and I was fucked up because we went home that night. Thankfully, it was our I think it was a day off or something like that. So the entire time we were in bed, I kept saying things like, "How fucked up would it be if the sheets just started to move, and I'd pull the sheets and start giving both the heebie-jeebies, and then like I'd hang my foot off the bed." And she's like, "Don't do that." And I'm like, "Nothing's going to get me." And then I'd sit there and get like really creeped out. Like, what if this is the time that some shit happens because I'm testing the waters, And I'd yank my foot back in, and I felt like a kid again because I was, you do that stupid shit when you're a kid. Okay, everybody. So that's it for us today. But I want to leave you guys with some safety tips. Make sure that if your children, check your candy. Make sure you have a parent with you to check your candy. You never know if somebody's put some drugs or some razor blades or glass or some shit like that in that. So make sure you check your candy. Joe, some safety tips.
Make sure you check your candy. Don't go inside anyone's house. Make sure you're out there with a buddy.
a group of y'all friends, safety in numbers, and yeah, look both ways before you cross the street. Simple stuff. Be safe out there.
There you go. Kris?
I do not want to see you in some stupid ass clown mask trying to look all scary like you're thinking that you're it with some fake ass sword trying to scare me because I will stomp your ass and I won't think it's funny.
Yeah.
I'll think it's a little funny.
It's
But
funny
don't
to talk about
do
it,
it.
but it's not funny to really do it in real life. Don't do it.
It's real.
The struggle's
It's
real
real.
with clowns.
It's unsafe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for any of you adult
Man.
trick-or-treaters out there, you slutty cops and you horny vampires or whatever, if you're going to a Halloween party and you're going to be drinking, make sure you give your keys to the host or somebody who is your designated driver. We don't want to see any ghouls or goblins out there trying to go home and get some, end up getting in a car accident, being injured, or worse, being dead. I would also like to give a shout-out to Brandy Neal from Damsel in Defense. It's great home defense, self-defense for women. And they have guy stuff too. I'll put a link down in the description below. And to Miss Amanda Allen, she's my Plexus ambassador. Amazing stuff. It's helped me out tremendously. I'll put a link down to her website as well. They've been super supportive, and I just want to show them some love. So go on over, let them know I sent you. And on that note, we're out of here. We'll see you guys next week on Fridays on the Couch.